Hello again, my name is Robert Labelkane and I'm the president of Ripple Effects Limited, and we do Aboriginal awareness training. And we're doing a series of workshops today about the Aboriginal people of Canada. Today I'd like to talk to you about treaties. Now, when the newcomers arrived to North America, there was military alliances that were signed. Champlain wanted to take home timber and furs. The same with Jacques Cartier, people of that nature, Jean Cabot. When they came to the Canada part of North America, they were looking for friends. They needed to learn how to survive in the harsh climate of Canada. And military alliances were signed, and these eventually led to treaties. Now, treaties are like a contract between one nation and another. Cities generally don't have treaties. They can have agreements. Provinces have agreements with other provinces, and Canada has treaties with other countries. These are recognized sovereign nations, and it's nation to nation is a treaty, and it's a contract. And both signatories to the treaty have obligations. By 1725, there were any number of treaties that were now in place in Eastern Canada in particular. After Confederation by 1867, the federal government, representing themselves as the Crown, with various commissioners, went out across the country to negotiate with First Nations people. And these were called historical treaties, and there were 11 of them. And beginning in 1871, right through till 1921 in the Northwest Territories, these treaties were signed. There's no particular template for them. They all seem to be very, very different. 20% of Canada, mostly British Columbia, and Quebec and Labrador didn't sign any of these historical treaties, and therefore they are considered to be non-treaty areas in Canada. Half of the First Nations populations are treaty. Their communities signed treaties with the Crown, and the other half are non-treaty, where no treaties were signed. Reserves came into being all across Canada, including British Columbia and Quebec and so on, without treaties. So the question is, why do non-treaty Indians in Canada receive all of the same benefits, even though they didn't sign any treaties, as the treaty Indians in Canada who did sign treaties and have contracts? The question is, how does it happen? How much does it cost? When did it happen? You talk to someone from British Columbia and you say, "Are you treaty?" And they say, "Oh yes." You say, "Well, how do you know you're treaty?" "Well, because I get the same benefits as my cousin does in southern Alberta." I said, "Well, what's your treaty number?" And they said, "Well, we don't know." "Well, then I guess you're not treaty." "Oh, well, I always thought I was treaty." "No, you're not treaty. You haven't signed any treaties. So why do you get all the same benefits?" And they go, "Shh, don't tell anybody." If you need to have more information about this, if you're kind of curious about this, you visit my website at ripplefx.ca, or go below, ask some questions, send us your comments, let us know what you think. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.